My strength is very, very low today.
Hello, Prem here.
Hi, Prem. Good morning. Good
Hello.
evening. Hi,
Good
Prem.
evening.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so
Mahesh, I have a question
yeah,
before we
please,
start.
please.
Yeah, you know, in the last class we had a not last class, last sessions. We had a something like a test exam, practice tests.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't have for associate exam.
The questions which have been given, it is for both associate and profit. This is only related to the SAP S4 HANA, just like in an overview on process. Like it is not completely related to the finance.
Oh, so it said that's for professional,
Yeah,
not for
professional.
associate.
Yeah.
So you think it will work for both?
Yeah, both.
Okay, so
See, that is the general questions. Actually, we can't expect that 100% those questions are going to
right,
be
true.
appearing in the exam. But at least if you get 40 to 50% of the questions from that, okay, we'll score some marks.
Sure. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay. So yesterday we are discussing about the process of like architectural changes of in SAP S4HANA. So we have brought the new table called as a Universal Journal Entry Table. That table is very, very important, as I told you that it contains the information. Okay, let me share my desktop to all of you. Okay. Okay, as I discussed with you all, okay, last class, okay, this is the Universal General Entry Table. So it contains the fields about the general ledger accounting, profitability analysis, management accounting, asset accounting, and the material ledger. So this is going to be the central table we are going to be using for storing the data. Okay, very, very important. And very, very important point here is one more thing we need to understand here is if we come to the general ledger, earlier in SAP ECC, we have a line item level table. We call it as a line item. Okay. If I call general ledger, we have a header table called as a BKPF, and we have a line item table called as a BSEC. BSEC is the line item level table. Now, BKPF has remains as it is. There is no change in the BKPF table. it is going to be remaining as it is. Okay, so just let me also open the SAP parallelly so that we can also do some understanding in SAP directly. Okay. So, and you will get the access to the SAP, all of you, by these 2 days. So you are going to get the access. So simultaneously, we are going to do the practicals. And I need to start the practicals, mean to say that to show the everything in the SAP from the starting of the company code, everything. So you may expect your access credentials by this weekend, all of you. And I'll explain you how to get login to the SAP and everything. So the remote desktop connectivity will be given to you. So from there you have to log into the SAP. What happens? Support team, Mohammed, Basha, anybody's there in the support team? Support team. Basha, Mohammed, Harish. Anybody from support team? Hey guys, anybody from support team? Could you please check? I'm not able to log into the SAP. Some error, desktop error. Okay, so by the meantime, so everybody will ask one question to us. Now, yes, we can understand the BKPF is the common header table now, but earlier the line item table we have the BSEG. BSEG is the line item level table, so we can restrict the maximum number of line items up to 999 line items can be restricted in the BSEG table. Now we brought the ECDOCA table. ECDOCA table is a new table, very important concept. This is very important concept. So we brought the ECDOCA table. ECDOCA table, as I discussed yesterday, that okay, it has been enhanced with 99999. Okay, so in SAP S4HANA, the BSEG table is also still it is active. Very important, very important. Means BSEG table is also still it is going to be active. Apart from the ECDOCA table, BSEG table is also there. Okay, now yes, BSEG table is also there, and it is you're going to be using same 999 line items. Same 999 line items in the BSEG table. Now, why the BSEG table is still it is there? Okay, we have the line item level table called as a ECDOCA table. Earlier we are using the BSEG table as a line item level table before we convert the SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA. We have the BSEG as a line item level table. Now after the conversion, we are going to be activating the table, new table called as the ECDOCA table. But apart from the ECDOCA table, we have the BSEG table is also still it is live in SAP S4HANA. Means BSEG table is also going to be storing the data. It is also an active table which line items are going to be storing. So what is the purpose? See, what is the purpose? See, if it is going to be using some other purpose, then what is the reasons? Yes, BSEG table is also still it is there. This is the main purpose of using the BSEG table is maintaining the very important certification question for open item management, and summarization purpose for both. So very important, very important. So BSEG table is also still it is there. So the main concept of retaining the BSEG table in SAP S4HANA is for one reason is summarization. Summarization is nothing but where we can do the summarization of the line items in the BSEG table. In the ECDOCA table, we cannot do the summarization up to the mark of BSEG table. See, what is the summarization? For example, there are nearly 600 line items have been posted in one document. Example I'm taking. 600 line items have been posted. 600 line items have been posted in one document. Now, I want to summarize these line items. Example, summarization is nothing but, see, if I open this document in SAP, I am able to see 600 line items, 600 line items. So can I do the summarizing of the line items? Summarizing means bringing the line items to the minimum level of line items. So that summarization is only possible in the BSEG table. In the ECDOCA table, that extent of summarization is not available. See, for example, okay, 600 line items I want to summarize. So How do you want to summarize the line item based on the profit center wise, like the business area wise, based on the profit center wise? Based on the cost center wise. Okay. Now, some line items are there in out of 600, there are nearly 250 to 300 line items are there, which is having the same profit center. The profit center name is 101. Example I'm taking. And there are some line items are there, they have the same profit cost center. 201 is the cost center. 101 is the profit center. So out of 600, 250 line items have the same profit center and 200 line items have the same cost center. So the line items which have the same profit center, I want to summarize into one line item, and the line items using the same cost center, I want to summarize those line items into one line item, because I want to summarize the line items into up to maximum extent. So that will be easy for me to get the reporting purpose. So let me open the Excel sheet now. Okay, see here. Example, I'll show one example. Now, line item 1, line item 2, line item 3, and line item 4. Example, I'm taking an example. Okay, so these are the 4 line items. Okay, so these all are going to be the debit. Debit line item, and the debit line item. Example I'm taking. So this amount is going to be the $1,000 and $3,000 and 1,000 again $1,000 and example I'm taking $2,000. Okay, so totally, okay, so okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. So totally the consolidation amount is going to be the $7,000. Example I'm taking here. The total consolidation is going to be the $7,000. Now, in this, okay, out of these 4, okay, the first line item is having, okay, because we are posting at the profit center level or maybe at the cost center level. Okay, differentiation. Okay, now in this 101 is the profit center and 101 is the profit center. Example I'm taking, and this is the same. This is having different profit center. This profit center is 1301. Now, if you see these line items, out of 4 line items, out of 4 line items, out of 4 line items, three line items are having the same profit center. Means the line item number 1, line item number 3, and line item number 4. These are all the 3 line items except the line item number 2. Remaining 3 line items having the same profit center. So what I will do the summarization. Making all the 3 line items into one line item. So that summarization I would like to do at the profit center level. If the line items are sharing the same profit center like 101, 101, and 101, I want to summarize all these 3 line items into one line item. I want to summarize them because the number of line items, if I see in the documents, are very huge. So it will be very difficult for me to do the analytical purpose. So I want to summarize them. So what I will do, the summarization is available in the BSEC table. Okay, if I go and see in the BSEC table, I can do the summarization of the line items. Okay, all these 3 line items, I want to make it into one line item. So if I do the summarization, so what is happening? Line item number 1, how much amount? 1,000. Line item number 3, how much amount? 1,000. Line item number 4, how much amount? 4,000. Totally 4,000 is the consolidated amount, and I'm summarizing all the line items into one line item. Means what I'm going to do, I'm summarizing this. So this summarization, if you want to do the summarization, that summarization I can do up to the extent, means maximum extent in the BSEC table. So that summarization is not available in my ECDOCA table. ECDOCA table, you cannot do up to the extent of the summarization in the ECDOCA table, but you can do the summarization of the tables in the BSEC level table. So what the SAP has done, so, and one more thing also, it is not only the main purpose of summarization. So all the open items are maintained in the BSEC table. Open item is nothing but outstanding. Open item management activities are maintained in the BSEC table. They are not maintained in the ECDOCA table. So these are the 2 specific reasons. Why the BSEC table is still going to be there in our SAP S/4HANA. Very, very important. And it is a certification question to all of you. It's a certification question to all of you. So BSEC table, yes.
I have a question. Can you go back to your Excel sheet?
Yes,
I want
sir.
to understand that. So you mentioned, right, there is a debit. So when you move to S4 HANA, right? So how
Yeah.
many transition will be there? They are going to be a same credit, or it can be a different credit?
No, same credits. The same credits, same debits.
Or if we have a different, right? So how many altogether? Suppose I'm taking 10 open items, right? So
Okay.
10 open items, we have different debits. So it doesn't matter how we're gonna sort out this as a group, or
This is what exactly I just want to show I want to show them, because see, there is a concept called as a summarization in our SAP ECC. Actually, might be you have been known the summarization concept in SAP ECC. The same summarization concept I'm using in SAP S4 HANA for the BSEC level table, sir. It depends upon, okay, whether you want to do the summarization for the credit line items or the debit line items. You have to make the specific settings.
okay. So we can summarize, right? So
Yes,
how?
exactly. We can summarize, but a DOCA table we cannot summarize.
So how it will be in a Docker table?
Exactly. I'll tell you the reason here. See, for example, I'll tell you. Now, I'm posting a document. Example, let us assume that I am posting a one document which is having more than 999 line items. For example, I'm posting a document with 1200 line items. Debits
Okay.
and credits. If I see the debits and credits, there are 1200 line items are there actually. So if this document is getting posted in SAP S4HANA, there will be no issue for the table called as ACDOCA table. Why? Because a Docker table is going to be having the maximum number of line items up to 999,999. So this is okay. The 1200 line items can be directly posted into the Docker table. There will be no issue in the Docker table. But as I told you that the same document is also getting posted in the BSEC level table. The same document we are also posting in the BSEC table. Now, when I come to the BSEC table, as I discussed that BSEC table is only accepting up to 999 line items only. If
Correct.
I'm not wrong. Okay.
Yes.
But here, if I see it is accepting up to 999,999. So ECDOCA table, we don't have any issue. It is getting posted up to okay. But when I come to the BSEC table, now what the BSEC will do, it will automatically split the document into, it will automatically split the line items into two documents. Very, very important. One document will be posting up to 999, one document, the first document, and the second document. And the second document, whatever the left out, 201 documents, 201 line items, whatever the left out, it will get posted into second document. Like this. So there is a splitting. Automatically, there is a splitting is that the document will be getting posted into two documents. And in the reference field, if you go to the BSEC, in the header table, in the reference field, it will clearly update that this document was splitted into two documents. Okay, the reference document will be get posted with another document. So two documents, I can see that. One document with maximum of 999 line items, and the remaining the remaining line items are getting created with another line item in the same BSEC table. Why? Because the restriction is up to 999 line items here. But when I come to the ECDOCA table, there is no restriction. The total line items can be posted into one document.
Yeah, it can be 3 or 4 document, right?
It depends upon. Yes, correct. It depends. How do you make the setting? That is the difference.
Okay. Got it.
Clear now? Doubt is clear?
No, thanks, Mesh. Yeah.
Okay. And this.
I have
Yes,
one
sir.
question.
Yes, sir.
Still, this BSEC table is a proper table in even after
Exactly.
migration. Right?
It is still, yes, sir. It is active table.
So how is it being used then?
That is what I told. Okay, see, why the BSEC table has been remains as unchanged. One thing, the major specific reason is I don't want to remove the BSEC table, as it is a backbone for all the accounting documents. So SAP has been clearly told in the articles that they have not taken any kind of risk about 100%. Don't want to take the risk of removing the BSEC table. Why? Because a lot of data is registered in the BSEC table. So let the BSEC table will remain as it is only at the time of conversion or the greenfield implementation. But they are introducing a new table called as ECDOCA table. So whenever the new postings are going to be happened after the conversion or at the time of after the go live, so all the documents are getting posted in both BSEC level table and the ECDOCA table level. But for your reporting purpose, what I'm telling here is, so every time you have to use the ECDOCA table. ECDOCA table will give the complete line item level reporting what you are going to be required. okay, no need to touch the BSEC level table. But when you have to use the BSEC level table, when I want to maintain the open item management, or when I want to see the summarization reports of the line item, then at the time you have to use the BSEC level table. If you want to see the summarization of all the line items into one line item, or if you want to see the open item, because ECDOCA table doesn't contain the open item management. So that open item management, we have to bring down into the another table. So instead of creating a new table, what SAP has stored, you can use the same BSEC level table. BSEC level table, anyhow, it is active in our SAP S4HANA. So these open item managements, I will maintain in the BSEC table, and all the actuals, all the line item level details, I will maintain in the ECDOCA table. So in this purpose, in this way, the SAP is very clearly told that BSEC table is maintained for the open item management and the summarization purpose, and ECDOCA table is maintained for the line item level reporting. Clear, sir?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And one more thing, if I, oh, this is the simplification list. Actually, this is the simplification list. So if I go into the simplification list, if I go into the BSEC, okay, see here. Okay, the actual values. Okay, this is what okay, posting one next. One second. I think they have not given any information in this table. But anyhow, we are going to get that information. There is one note actually related to the BSEC table. Okay, so that note also will clearly tells about the process here. This okay, the table cluster or cluster table of the BSEC must be mixed up with the export table. Okay, this is not required. One second. Just I'm searching for whether they have in the simplification, whether they have given any information related to the BSEC table. 1 second, sir. 1 second. Because they're supposed to give. Okay. The values in the integrated civil ECDOCA table, postings are still made to the BSEC level table. The continued existing report will be compatibility view. Okay, this is not useful for us. Okay, there is a note is there, but anyhow, I'll bring that note to you tomorrow morning. Okay, so in the next class, I will show the note to you, all of you. Okay, the note will clearly tells us about the BSEC table, about why the BSEC table has been maintained. The technical properties are still it is there. So that I'll bring the note tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Okay, that concept I'll make it as clear.
Hi, Maharsh. So for the system migration to S4HANA project, so historical data, whether summarized as well in BSEC, or the historical data are still in a line item in BSEC?
It is available in both in historical data, whatever the historical data is there in the BSEC level tables at the time of migration, at the time of converting your system to SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA, once the technical conversion has been successfully completed. Yes. Now what I have done here, thanks for asking this question. Now, for example here, okay, now the technical migration has been happened. So the basis people, what they have done the technical migration, the technical conversion, and they have given the SAP S4HANA box to us. Now the technical conversion, this is completely converted box from SAP ECC to SAP S4HANA. So once the technical conversion has been successfully completed, before we go for the go live, okay, there are 3 things we need to concentrate. One is we need to prepare the system as per the new data structure. Second one is very, very important, which is going to be called as a data migration. So these activities, FICO consultant has to do all these activities. So in the data migration, in the step number 2, after the technical conversion has been happened, so I will do the data migration. Data migration is nothing but what I will do. I will bring the data from the old table, and I will bring all the data from the previous tables, from the BSEC table and from other tables, and I'll make the data is available in the ECDOCA table from today onwards. All the historical data is available in the ECDOCA table from last 5 years migration, from last 5 years or 6 years data is available in the ECDOCA table. And the same data is also available in the BSEC table also. So both the tables are maintained with the same data. So either you can use the ECDOCA table for the reporting purpose. ECDOCA table will contain all the data now in ECDOCA table. If I go and see the ECDOCA table after the data migration, I can see the data from 2012 to till the data. All the data is available in the ECDOCA table. They're just like the same as the BSEC level table. So all the historical data you can see in the ECDOCA table. As I told you that now no need to have any BW system with you. So now the BW system is completely embedded in your SAP HANA, not required. Now all the historical data you can maintain in one table because SAP HANA is a very big database table where we are using to maintain all the analytical data in the SAP HANA and all the current year data means all the hot data you can maintain in the in-memory database. So no need to have a separate BW table now. All the historical data is going to be resided in the same table, which is going to be called as the ECDOCA table. Clear?
But how about the BSEC table? BSEC table, you mentioned BSEC table will also be there. So will the historical data will be summarized in the BSEC table as well, or keep original?
If you want to do, no, why the BSEC table is still maintained? The one reason is, say, it is not default summarization. The system will not do default summarization of the line items. If you are allowing the system, if you are making the specific type of setting for the summarization, then only the summarization is going to be happen. If you don't want to do the summarization, if the BSEC table want to have the same number of line items equal to your ECDOCA table, then the document is getting splitted into multiple documents in the BSEC. But if you want to do the summarization, there are some specific settings you have to make. Then only the summarization is going to be happen in the BSEC. Defaultly, it will not happen. No default summarization in the BSEC until you do the specific settings. That is what I'm very clear statement. I'm making the very clear statement.
Okay.
BSEC table, yeah, BSEC table is still it is there because of two reasons. One is for open item management. Second one is for the summarization. Why? Because ECDOCA table, I cannot do the summarization. If I'm posting, for example, in the ECDOCA table, if I'm posting about 600 line items in the ECDOCA table, for example, okay, ACDOCA table contains about the 600 line items. Okay, I can't do the summarization. Okay, SAP will not allow me to do the up to the extent of the summarization how the BSEC table is going to do for me. So you cannot do the maximum summarization in the ECDOCA table. So if you see the ECDOCA table, all the 600 line items will be shown without any summarization. But if I go and look each and every line item, it is huge taking for me, means the time consuming is very, very high. So what the SAP is telling that the same 600 line items is also getting it posted in the BSEC table also. Why can't you do the summarization in the BSEC? Why? Because in the BSEC, you can do the maximum up to the extent of the summarization, means you can bring the line items up to 3 to 4 line items. 600 line items can bring down to the 3 to 4 line items. That feasibility I'm bringing in the BSEC, not in the ECDOCA table. So there are reasons are there why the BSEC table is still there. So one of the reason is summarization, and the second reason is open item. What is the open item? Okay, any GL line items which have maintained in the open item for the clearings, those open item documents are they're created in the BSEC, not in the ECDOCA table. So ECDOCA table will not contain any open item data. So because of these two reasons, BSEC table I maintain in SAP S/4HANA.
That means the future entries are not going to be in BSEC.
Future entries means what type of entries, sir?
Any new entries which is getting posted, which will not get posted in BSEC, which will be only in ACDOCA?
Without open item and those line items you're talking, sir?
Yeah.
No, it is going to be posted in both the tables, sir, BSEC and ECDOCA.
So it will be updated simultaneously.
Both. But open item documents cannot be updated in the ECDOCA. Open item documents are updated in the BSEC only.
Okay, if I am writing a new report based on entry view, then I need to call BKPF as well as BSEC. And if I need,
if you are writing the new report for the open, if you are writing the new report for the any kind
just
of
for the entry view, just for the entry view, if I am writing
then
a report,
you can call the ECDOCA table, sir. No need to call the BSEC table.
Okay. All right.
No need to call the BSEC. Let it be the BSEC, sir, because see, the volume of the data which contains in the BSEC table, the volume of the data also contains in the ECDOCA table also, sir.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. But no,
So then you can use
I
the
should,
ECDOCA table.
I will keep my logic as it is, but instead of
Exactly.
BSEC, I will just call ACDOCA.
Exactly, sir. You're absolutely right.
Okay. All right. Okay, clear.
Yeah. I just want to show something in the SAP, but I don't know what is the problem here today. I am not able to get logged. So here, actually, this is for this is the diagram actually. So here you can see the BSEC table is there, and we have the ECDOCA table is also going to be there. As I told, the BSEC table is mainly we are maintained only for the open item management and the summarization purpose, and ECDOCA table is the line item level table. So BSEC was designed to handle the efficiently open item management, and the open item must not be splitted and must not be doubled or tripled according to the number of gaps. So definition of BSEC does not force it, storing the gaps in the parallel. Okay, this is all okay. So what is the main purpose here is nothing but the BSEC table we are maintaining for the open item management for the payment purpose. So because of this, because I don't have any option of maintaining the BSEC table open item management in the ECDOCA, so the SAP has brought the BSEC into the consideration. So this is what about the storing splitted document lines, receivables and the payables. Splitted means one document can be splitted into multiple documents. As I told you that, okay, now in SAP S4HANA, any documents which contains more than 999 line items in ECDOCA table, it is going to be the acceptable. But when you coming to the BSEC level table, the document is getting splitted into two to three documents. So that feasibility I'm going to be giving, and that reference field is getting updated why it has been splitted. And if any document, even if it is from the material management or it is for the SD or it is for the HR, if any integrated modules, like any integrated modules which is getting affecting with the accounting interface, as I told you yesterday, there are some MM modules are there. Okay, MM module is there at the time of goods receipt and the invoice verification. Okay, there is an accounting interface. Okay, through the accounting interface, I am able to see that goods receipt FI document and the invoice receipt FI document is getting posted in the GL. So through that is got what you are going to be calling it as integration. When I see that accounting document is getting posted, the accounting document is getting posted in both the tables, in the BSEC level table and in the ECDOCA table, as I discuss you. Okay, 1 second. See. Okay, so this is my MM module. So this is my MM module. This is called as a material management module. And this is completely, I call it as the FI module. And this is called as the FI module. This is completely, I call it as the FI module. Okay. Now, if I see in my FI module, okay, there are two tables are there. One is going to be called an ACDOCA table. Another one is going to be called as a BSEC table. BSEC table. Now there is an accounting document is getting posted. So there through the integration. So the accounting document is called as, okay, for example, I'm going to be calling it as an inventory document is getting posted. Okay, inventory of raw material account is getting debited and my GRIR clearing account. This GRIR clearing account is getting created. So normally this is going to be called as MM document. Actually, when the MM is getting posted with the goods receipt. Goods receipt is called as a material document. This is the raw material received against the purchase order. Now, when this goods receipt has got posted in MM module through the accounting interface, so the same inventory of raw material account is getting debited and the GRIR clearing account, this accounting entry is getting posted in the ECDOCA table, and the same accounting entry, if I go in the BSEC level table, the same BSEC accounting entry is also getting posted in the over here. Means the document is not only getting posted to the ECDOCA table, the document is also getting posted to the BSEC level table also. Very, 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 very important. So I can see the document both in ECDOCA table and in the BSEC level table. So if this line item, there are two line items. One is debit line item, another one is the credit line item, two line items. So if I go and open the document, I can see the two line items here. If I go and open the document in the BSEC, I can see the both debit and credit line item in the BSEC level table also. So both the tables are getting updated with the same information, but this is line item level and this is at the summarization level. So that is very, very important. That is the important abbreviation we have to be maintained. So here you can see here, full details about the document is getting posted to the ECDOCA table and the document summarization information is getting posted to the BSEC. So BSEC summarization is still in place and can be used as a usual. ECDOCA store the full detail that is needed for all the components that based on the ECDOCA table. Summarizing BSEC aggressively will bring the relief with the respect to the 999 line items. Okay, that is what exactly we are going to do. Means the line item documents which are getting posted in the BSEC up to 999 line items can be summarized up to the extent of 2 to 3 line items based on how do you want to summarize, based on the profit center wise or based on the cost center wise. If there are nearly about 900 out of 999, if the 500 line items having the same line item, same profit center, I want to summarize all the same profit center line items into one line item. How do you want? That depends upon the configuration. What
Yeah, Maharsh, do you know why SAP designed like this? Because SAP HANA is very in-memory database. It runs very fast, so
Exactly.
it can run very quickly from line item table. Why they design a summarization table?
Summarization is required, madam. Why? Because see, in the future we are okay. In the future means okay. In the 1909 or maybe in the 2009, SAP is planning to remove the BSEC table also because they are planning to maintain all the summarization in the ECDOCA table. But that is the practicals which are going on with SAP. As of now, they have not concentrated more on this. But in future, in the coming release, we can expect that okay, the summarization is also going to be happening in the ECDOCA table. So if the successful summarization is going to be happening in the ECDOCA table, we are coming out from the BSEC.
Yeah. So then they may keep only open items in BSIS or something.
Exactly. We are planning, madam. Actually, SAP is planning for that. But let's see. Hopefully, by this release of 1909 or 2009, we can expect that.
So Mahesh, for this different interface, right? MM, SD, and HR, you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Account interface. So right now there's the SAP S4HANA, right? So where is all the interface? Is going to be a ECDOCA table?
ECDOCA table, sir. There is no means according to the process wise, okay, MM integration with the GL or SD integration with the GL, okay, the same practice we are also using in SAP S4. There is no change in the configuration at the business process level. There is no change in the configuration level. The same portion we are also working in SAP S4HANA, but the major change here is okay, the ECDOCA table is getting updated with the document entry. Earlier it was updated to the BSEC. Now it is getting updated for both BSEC and the ECDOCA table. But if you remain the configuration changes, OPYC for the integrating of MM with FI and VKOA, we are using the transaction code for integrating SD accounting entry with the GL. That remains same, sir.
Okay, so all the information we have in the new
Exactly. That is what exactly I am trying to open the.
Mahesh, I can hardly hear you.
Hello?
I can hardly hear you.
Sir, what exactly, sir? What you're asking, sir?
I'm on a cell phone.
Tell me, sir. Yeah.
So he's not hearing you, Mahesh.
Oh.
He's hardly hearing you.
Okay.
I think you can drop the call and call back again. I think it will be good connection.
Okay, so there is a problem in SAP. Okay, so that is what I say. So, okay, now here you can see here is, okay, if I come to the universal general entry table, this is the concept. Okay, if I go and see, actually I suppose I want to show in the SAP, but there is SAP, there is a problem. Hello?
Yeah.
Is it clear, sir, now? Sir, is it clear, sir? Okay. if I see, this is the universal general entry document, sir. This is completely document I'm showing with the universal. In the universal general entry document, so this RV is nothing but a billing document. Actually, we call it as a billing document type. What is the billing document type? Okay, whenever I'm posting any billing documents, okay, whenever I'm posting any billing document from the SD, okay, that is from the sales and distribution. Okay, billing document is nothing but the invoice. So what is happening? The customer account is getting debited, okay, debited, and your sales revenue account, okay, sales revenue, any revenues are there, the sales revenue account is getting created, for example. Okay, so this is the billing document. Okay, this is the billing document actually. So this billing document contain, okay, this billing document is coming from the SD to FI, SD to FI with a document type called as RV. RV is the billing document type. So RV is the billing document type. So what is happening? When I say this billing document which is getting affected to my ECDOCA table, so this billing document contains all the information. Means if you see here, if I open the table, if I open the billing document in my ECDOCA table, I can see the sales order number, I can see the customer number, I can see the what is the product number in the billing, the material number, and I can see the customer group, division, everything. This complete information is getting posted to my ECDOCA table. But if I open the document in my BSEC, that level of information is not available in my ECDOCA BSEC level table, because BSEC level table is not as flexible as the ECDOCA table. ECDOCA table contains about 650 fields. 650 fields in the ECDOCA table. So it contains about all the information about the line items which are getting posted in the ECDOCA table. Very, 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 very important. And you can extend up to more, like 4 more. It depends upon requirement to requirement. If the ECDOCA table want to extend with some other fields, yes, the customized fields also can be added into the ECDOCA table, and you can use the ECDOCA table for any reporting purpose. Earlier, what is happening? If you want to see the customer, if you want to see the customer, please, if somebody is not talking, could you please mute your call, please? It's a request. It's a request, please. Friends, if somebody is not talking, please, I want to be kept your call in the mute, please. Friends. One second, sir. I can see. One second, sir. 1 second.
It's Venkat's, yep.
Okay. Okay. So, so now what is happening? The document is getting posted. So now what is happening? If you want to extract any reports, if you want to have the customer report, or if you want to have the vendor report, or if you want to have the asset report, or if you want to have the GL report, what report you are going to be want? Every report I can extract directly from the ECDOCA table now from today onward. That is the flexibility which I'm going, because ECDOCA table will contains all the information, GL accounting information, customer account information, vendor account information, asset accounting information, COPA information, and the material document information, that material ledger. Now you can have only one table where it is on, not only using for the posting of the document, the same table you can extract the report. You can extract whatever the report you want to extract. You can extract the report from single table. Earlier we are using multiple tables. To consolidate, to get the data information, and we are going to look up we are downloading to the Excel sheet, and we are removing the unwanted fields, and we are merging the 2 tables into one Excel sheet. That is the assignment we are going to do. From today onwards, no need to do that kind of assignments. Every report can be extracted from the ECDOCA table from today onwards, because it contains the information which is required for your business process. Because all the accounting documents are getting posted to the ECDOCA document from today onwards. Okay, GL, vendor, customer, assets, materials, what document, what information you want, I can extract the data from the ECDOCA table. That is what exactly the beauty of SAP now, which has been given to you. Now you can have all the information in one table. If you see this table here, if I open the document, I can see the sales order number, I can see the customer number, I can see the product number, I can see the customer group number. What information you want? Tell me behind this. everything you can get the report. Means the maximum number of reports have been consolidated into one table, that is the universal journal entry table from today. So it is not only the standard fields. If you have any Z fields, those Z fields are also can be added to the ECTOCA table. So there is a compatible, there is a custom code. There is a custom code extendability is also there for the ECTOCA table. If you have any Z fields or the Z reports, you can bring the Z fields into the ECTOCA table. You can also get the reporting from there.
Mahesh, do we have a document type, any new document type in S4HANA, or the same document
No,
type?
sir, same document type, same document types. Whichever the document types I'm using earlier, SCA is for the general ledger, okay, KR, KA, KP, this is the document for the vendor, DR, DZ for the asset account, for the customer, AA, AP for asset accounting. These are the same document, no change in the document types. No change in the document types and no change in the posting key. Same posting keys. Debit posting key and the credit posting key is also going to be the same.
And the screen also same when we go F15 or something for the GL posting?
Same, sir. Same.
Same. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no change. No change. There is no change anything. Only from the process level, I simplified the data tables, but I've not done any kind of changes from the configuration level. I don't know what is the problem with SAP. I could not log into the SAP today. Yeah, Harish, Mohammed, anybody there in the class? Support team? Oh my God, everybody is in a happy new year mode or what? So this is about the ECDOCA table, which is going to be integrating with us. Okay, if I go into the architectural changes, okay, so if I come into the architectural changes, okay, so this here it is very clearly told in the simplification list. This is the simplification list, as I told you. This is going to be the simplification list. If I see the general data model change, okay, now here it is very clearly telling that, okay, the universal general enter significant changes the way the transactional data is stored for the financial reporting. Very, very important. It offers a huge benefit in items of the ability to harmonize the internal and external reporting, having the both read from the document, blah, 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 everything. So you can still create the general entries for the GL accounting, acquiring the retire assignment, everything in the same table. That I can do. Total records are stored in the general ledger, controlling material ledger, asset accounting, payables, receivables by period end have been removed as an index tables that are designed to optimize the certain selections. Now we are going to be using. So this is we have discussed. Okay, with the SAP Insurance Simple Finance on-premise total and application tables have been removed and replaced by the identical. Last as I told that, okay, there is a DDL SQL views are there. That is the compatibility. We can call them as a view tables or compatibility view tables are there now. DDL SQL is nothing but data definition language structure query language queue view table. Those tables are going to be called as a compatibility view table. Like example, I told that there is the one table called as the Flagel Flex or something like a total table is there, like open item tables are there, index tables are there, something like BSIS tables are there. Now these tables are not available. Mean the original content of the table have been completely removed. No, there are no technical settings of the table, but you can read the data from the table by the compatibility view. As I told you that this is going to be called as a non-disruptiveness process. In the last class, we discussed the same thing before the class. Non-disruptiveness process is there. Means what is SAP is clearly telling that the compatibility view table ensure the database select statement is working. Select statement is still it is there. Okay, but you cannot insert, you cannot delete, or you cannot modify, you cannot do any kind of update in the table. It is a dead table. You can read the data, you can select the data, but you cannot do any kind of changes in the table. Why? Because this is what exactly we are going to be calling it the compatibility view tables actually. So these are the compatibility view tables you can see here. These all are going to be called as the compatibility view tables. Which are all the tables which are available earlier? Now what are the tables which are not available and how the table data structure look like? These are the compatibility view tables you can see here. let me also, as I promised you in the last class, okay, so let me also go and I'll go into the discussion, assignments and case studies tab. And in the assignment and case studies tab, I'll go to the new post. In the new post, what I will do here, I will write something called as simplification list. List and conversion document for which series 1809. Okay, now I'm going to be attaching. You can download it. You can download and you can read it now. Okay, now I'll go to the files. Okay, now I'll go to my desktop and I'll go here, and if I come down here, you have the 1709 and here we have this 1809. 1809 is available. So simplification list I'm attaching over here.
Mahesh, can you attach you both actually?
I'll attach both. Yeah, we can attach. I can one by one actually. So one by one. Now it has been attached. Now I can save. Now I will also attach one more also in the same. Okay, just it is saving. Now I'll go to add files one more time, and what I will do, okay, so this is what exactly the conversion document, and there's the one more is there, 1809 conversion document. This is what's new in SAP simplification list I have added here. I'll add some more documents also. 1 second. I think conversion document, conversion. Where is the document? Where I left out? Where I have been left out? Conversion, CON. Conversion, currency conversion. This I will give afterwards. Okay. 1 second. I'll. Conversion document is not available. Here it is here. Okay. Okay. So conversion. This is called as SAP readiness check. Okay. These two documents I have attached in one. Okay. Now let me save. One more document I'll create now. Okay. Now I'll go to, these are the two attachments you can download. You can download and you can read it. Okay. Now what I'll do one more. Okay. Now I'll go to the assignment. I'll create a new post. I'll give one more documents to you for the reading purpose. What's new in 1809? This is WN is nothing but what new in 1809. Yeah. And I'll give one more document for your reference purpose. Okay. Yeah. I'll explain this about this concept of this book. Okay, so if we go into this book, actually I have given you more information about this book. This book is very, very important for us. I'll give all the books, not to worry, okay, but one by one, okay, so that it will be easy for you to understand. S4F00. Yeah, this is the book actually which I've been given to you. This is a certification book. You will get the latest books in your blogs. Okay, so you can get all the latest books in your blog. Okay, whatever the points we have discussed. This is the SAP S4 and a finance interview or introduction overview. Okay, so these are something about the whatever the topics we have discussed as of now. Everything is available in this list. Okay, this is the enterprise management, how the SAP S4 HANA look like. Okay, we discussed about. Okay, this is the SAP Business Suite. This is the SAP Business Suite on HANA. This is SAP S4 HANA Finance. This is all the information we discussed. Okay, so if I go each and every topic wise. Okay, this is the simple. Okay, analytical fact sheet. There are Fiori apps are there. Transactional apps are there. Analytical apps are there. Fact sheet apps are there. Last class we discussed about the Fiori, overview on the Fiori. So these are the Fiori apps are there. I given the this is about all the about the introductions about and there are something about and each and every chapter wise you have some assignments actually. Okay, try to do these assignments. If you have any kind of doubts, you can ask me. Okay, before seeing the answers, before you see the answers, first you analyze your okay at what level you are standing. Okay, you can analyze by keeping the right or wrong answer. Then if you feel that okay, if it is the wrong answer, why it is the wrong answer, just you can analyze by looking the answers over here. Okay, so every chapter wise there are some questions have been given to you. So those questions have been clearly maintained. Okay, this is one document I'm attaching, and there is one more document also. I will give it to you all of you now. Okay, 1 second. And there is one more document also. I'll just share with you all of you. This is a very, very important document. I just want to give it to all of you. Okay, yeah. I'll also give this document. Okay, S4H01. So here, this book contains about all the information about the general introduction about the SAP S4 HANA and SAP. So introduction to SAP S4 HANA. Okay, what is the in-memory? What is the powerful in-core? Okay, everything we discussed in a very detailed way. Okay, this book is covering about all the basics about the SAP S4 HANA and HANA database. This question last time I asked you. This is the same question I have been asking you the last time. Okay, and this is how the business suite on HANA, how the SAP, this we discussed. Okay, and this is I told you there is the application optimization now the HANA, how the HANA database is going to be using as well. HANA database for both on-premise and the cloud and hybrids. HANA database is serving for the lot of it is not only for the OLAP and OLTP, multi-core processing, advanced compressing, multi-tenancy, multi-tier storage, data modeling is there. Now you can do the data modeling, open standard. Now all these are going to be happened in your HANA database. This is what I told that ETL process now, OLAP and OLTP diagram this is. Earlier we are going to be using the ETL process. Now there is no ETL process we are using. Now earlier we have the...
Hi, Mr. Mahesh.
Yes, sir.
I tried accessing your class through my cell phone. Absolutely, I can't hear nothing.
Now you're connected through mobile or how you're connected, sir?
I came back home and I connected through cell phone, through laptop.
Okay. I'll check
Through
with the
cell phone. Through the cell phone, it's horrible.
Okay.
Totally, I can't hear anything, and especially I can't see anything in the screen. I've installed Zoom, everything. Nothing. I can't see anything. And my phone is the latest phone. It's not like an old phone.
No, I understand, sir. Let me sort out that also. I'll let me connect with my technical team. Let them look also that because this should not be happened, I think.
Yeah, I was out and I was trying to access you.
Definitely. I'll talk to my technical team. I'll talk to my technical team. Not to worry, sir, please. Next time it should not happen.
The whole class today, whatever until now.
Okay. Let me not happen for the next time. Okay, let me talk to my technical team. Okay, I'll take it.
And I actually over the New Year weekend, I actually took the SAP Professional 1709 test exam. Yeah, I passed it.
Congratulations.
I passed it with 75%. Fine.
Very good. Very
But
good.
the thing is, your knowledge is highly useful actually.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for giving that appreciation. I'll keep it up. I'll keep it up.
I literally certify that you provide a very working knowledge of everything.
Definitely, sir. The remaining coming classes also, the same sessions are going to be interactive, just like what we have done previously. Definitely, I can promise that.
But
That is the reason I select. That is the reason I select only few students in the classes, not everybody. I just not mess with anybody like 50, 60, 70 students. I will only select few students and I'll give the training only for the limited class. I'm not a commercial trainer, sir. I just want to be as a this is my profession actually. So I want to respect to my profession. That's what.
I understood that in your demo session itself.
I'm not a commercial like keeping everybody in one class and collecting the money and complete the course curriculum within 40 class, go out to take the next session. No, I'm not a commercial like that.
No, Mahesh Garu, I understood that in your demo session itself. I have attended various institutions for demo sessions and yours was the best.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Because you actually connect with the people, you actually talk in normal sense.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Actually, it's a good for teacher. The teacher is really a giving. So with you are a very giving person, very generous. You don't measure your knowledge with anything. It's a thing. Oh, it's a duty. It's everyone should know, and you give it with with no like measurement or anything. You just give it. You're giving and generous. That's all I think.
But I should say one thing. You see, a lot of people know more than you, but only few people can teach.
Okay, correct. That is correct.
I might know more than what my kid needs, but I'm not a teacher. My wife is a teacher.
I understand. I understand.
You know, so that's one of you. You are one of the person who can teach.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot. I gave it up.
Awesome, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So this document.
I'm a little bit disappointed that I couldn't reach it in my cell phone.
No. I'll make sure, sir. I'll talk to my technical team right now after this class, and I'll ask them to speak to you, and I'll connect them. I'll ask them to look out sort out that issue. Okay.
Sir Ramesh Garu, I want one more question because you as soon as the class is over, you leave it. You leave the class.
No, sir. You can. Yesterday, one of our student has been spoken to me. They have the support team has conferenced the call to me. You can also do the same thing, sir. People are speaking to me.
Okay, sir. I was in HP Finance global lead. And just because I had to resign the job for a couple of years.
Okay.
For family reasons, I came back right now, but I passed. I just tried to see that whether I know it.
Okay.
And I did pass the finance professional exam.
Okay.
I would like to know whether I could go ahead and apply for jobs, or am I still not?
Can we discuss it offline? Can we discuss it offline, please?
Yeah, that I will discuss. We will discuss it offline. Okay, not to worry about that. Okay. I'll ask the support team to conference the call with you. I will discuss offline. I'll take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the material I'm attaching. Okay, so you can also download this material. So this is very important material, and whatever the percentage of general introduction about the SAP S/4HANA and SAP HANA, that 12% what we are expecting, that all the questions will come from this book. Okay, so if I open this book, okay, this is what exactly. So this book will give the complete. As I told you in the last class, now there are no aggregates. Earlier we are constructing if you want to write a new logic for a particular report or any kind of program, so we are using the database tables. On the database tables, what the technical team will do, the technical team, they are upgrading the aggregate tables on the top of it. Why? Because to reduce the performance. So here, if you see here, they will clearly telling that, okay, traditional applications such as SAP Business Suite were built on the hierarchical data model. Okay, detail was summarized into the hierarchical level of aggregate to help the system performance. To make the system performance, actually what the technical people are going to do on the top of the database table, so what they're going to do, they're going to summarize everything through the form of aggregations. Okay, now in SAP S/4HANA we don't have this kind of performance. Now we don't have this aggregation part. Now directly you can extract the data from the database tables. Okay, now there is no aggregates and there are no indexes. This we discussed. Okay, in the same way, this is about, discussed about how the data is getting compressed when you are bringing the data from traditional database to HANA to SAP S/4HANA, and from the current. And this is all the discussions we have made. Okay, so this is what. Okay, so I just given this book to all of you. You can also download, and you can keep it as your reference. So whenever you get a time, just go through this book, and you can understand. Okay, so this is very, very important. And one more thing, this is what exactly the difference between the SAP S/4HANA and SAP S/4HANA Cloud. And this is the hybrid. Okay, combination of SAP S/4HANA and the cloud is going to be called as the hybrid. So this will be discussed. Okay, so very, very important. This is quarterly releases. We discussed quarterly releases, everything we discussed. And very, very important, just go to the assignment tab. Okay, go to the assignment tab, and each and everybody, please, before you go through the answers, make sure that you are given a wrong answer, right answer. Just analyze your caliber. Okay, analyzing your test calibers, and after that you go and see the answers. Okay, don't first of all, don't look out for the answers for this. Okay, answers have been given over here. Try to attend these questions. And
Mahesh, one question.
Yes, sir.
If I ask you, which is the one book which we can refer as a comprehensive instead of...
Actually, to be very frank, this question has been asked by our seniors also. Actually, there is no one book which I can get all the materials in that, sir.
Okay.
We have to follow. See,
No,
there are
especially for the certification, at least most reliance. Which one?
Understand that. So for professional level certification, I can suggest you 2 books. But for associate level certification, you have to go through 4 books.
Sir, as a guy who took the professional level certification.
Yes, sir. 2 books.
I would say there is a lot of question on asset accounting.
Asset accounting is a very important chapter. Actually, the most changes have been happened in the asset accounting. So asset accounting, if you are good in asset accounting, I assume that you're 30 to 35% of the questions you are going to be answering it.
Yes, sir. In my last job, I did a lot of asset accounting. But still, when I took the new exam, I only got 40% correct in asset accounting.
No, sir. I'll make sure that you are going to be getting 100%. Everybody is going to getting 100%. That is what
I'm just telling to the rest of the crowd.
Yeah. I'll make sure.
So Mahesh, you mentioned that there are 2 books, right? So will you be sharing them with us?
Yeah, I'll share the 2 books to you. No, these are not the 2 books. These are not the 2 books. So there are other books are there. For the professional level, I'll share it with you, all of you.
Thank you.
And the associate level also you will share with us?
Yeah, definitely. The 4 books, associate level, professional level, 2 books.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Would you tell the title of the book?
I'll tell. First, just go through with the S4H01. Just make complete of 2 units are there. We have completed the 2 units. Make sure that you are aware about the 2 units. So tomorrow, if I ask any questions, you are supposed to answer those questions, please. Everybody.
Sure. Okay.
Can you the link again, Mahesh? I missed it.
No. For the professional level, there are 2 books are there. For associate level, there are 4 books are there. Now, I am just sharing this S4H01 is one of the book. Complete the first 2 units. Complete the first 2 units, and be aware about all the questions what I'm going to be asking for the tomorrow's assignment.
How can I access this?
No, you can download. I already attached in the block. Okay, if you go to the block, I already given. Okay, here you can see that. Okay, if you go to the, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, if you come to this your block. Okay, so in this, there is a tab called as assignment and case study.
Okay.
Okay, if you click on that assignment and case study tab, okay, if you click on this assignment and case study tab, today I have attached about 4 materials: simplification list and the readiness check and what is new in 1809, and I have attached S4F01. So if you click on this S4F01, you can download and you can read it.
So Mahesh, which book you want us to read?
S4H01, S4H01.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, see you tomorrow, all of you. Okay, bye.
So, Mahesh, 1 second. Mahesh, 1 second. Prem here.
Yeah, Prem, yeah.
Quick question. So tomorrow, what is the topic you are going to cover? Do we need to
Tomorrow,
get ready?
Yeah, tomorrow we are going to be covering a topic called as the ledgers and the non-leading ledger changes in SAP S/4HANA.
Okay, fine. All right. And is there any material that we can read in advance before coming to your class?
No, sir. First, let me explain. Then you go for the material, sir.
Okay, fine. All right. Okay.
Why? Because
thank you.
Yeah, that is a good idea, sir. Once I give the material, you can come and read and you can talk to me. That is one. But here, what I'm making you very comfortable. First, understand what exactly the concept we are making in SAP S/4HANA. Then, if you read the material, then it will be easy for you.
Okay.
1809, there is no certification. It's only in 70.
No, as of now, there is no certification. So we are planning, SAP is planning to release in the month of April ending or May first week.
Okay, is it rather we should wait or we should take 1709?
Just take the 1709, sir. Complete it 1709.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Mahesh, can you send a file to my email? I cannot access Google in my current place now.
No. This link is accessible to everybody. Actually, it is not for one person. It is accessible to everybody.
Yeah, I know, but I cannot access Google.
You will get. No. You will get the information. If you go to the blog and if you open it, you will get all the information, madam.
So Mahesh, I want to know. See, just because I passed, that doesn't mean that I know all the concepts. But I'm in the prospect of getting a job.
Okay. No, I'll do one thing, sir. I'll keep a call with you now. Okay, just give me 1 hour time. I'll keep a call with you. We'll discuss. Yeah.
Do you have my contact or?
Yeah. With Genentech support team is having your contact number.
My name is Venkat Rao.
Yeah, Venkat Rao.
Thank you,
I understand. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow.
Take care, all of you. Bye.